So just because you're young and you look good doesn't mean that your testosterone level is where it needs to be. Quite the opposite, actually. A lot of research and data is coming out showing that our testosterone levels as men is starting to drop younger and younger and younger. Now, the reality is that about the age of 30, most guys, their testosterone starts to drop at about 1% per year. But at around 40 years old, it starts to actually speed up. And by 45, you're basically losing 2 to 3% of your total testosterone level every single year. Today, guys, I'm going to break this video up into 3 parts. We're going to talk about, number 1, why our testicles are not producing testosterone like they used to. Number 2, we're going to go over some of the warning signs. Now, some of these signs you're probably familiar with, right? But a lot of them are sneaky, under the radar type signs that if you identify them, you can go and you can fix them. And then the third part, which you definitely do not want to miss, is some quick and easy ways that you can naturally help your balls produce more of that mythical, amazing, magical hormone testosterone. So why is our testosterone level dropping in the first place, all right? Other than the natural aging process, which I've come to realize you can actually reverse, which I'm going to actually share with you later in this video, like I mentioned, all right? So number 1 is we're fat. We're fat as fuck as a society. We're lazy. We're eating shit food, which is the next reason. We're eating chemicals. We're eating all sorts of horrible things for us that's increasing our body fat. When our body fat is up, it basically converts testosterone into estrogen. When our estrogen is high, our testosterone level gets suppressed. All right, number 3 is we're sedentary. We're not moving like we used to. In the old days, we had to go out and fight and hunt for gazelles and cheetahs and lions to drag back to those spicy senoritas and all our little kids. Now the only hunting we're doing is on like Uber Eats to see who can deliver us a pizza. Exactly. Not to mention we're sitting there, we're not going out, we're not getting active, we're not lifting weights as much as we should. Guys, you got to get active. You also need to get out into the sunshine. Vitamin D. Vitamin D deficiencies are at an all-time high for men. And when your vitamin D level is low, all sorts of bad shit happens, including testosterone. EDC chemicals are one of the biggest offenders in terms of things that are destroying our testosterone level as men. Everything from the hair product we're using to the body washes we're using and the deodorant. Deodorant is one of the worst things that you can rub on your body. They're starting to link all sorts of horrible things to a lot of the products we're using. And the aluminum found in antiperspirant deodorants have been linked to like brain disorders like Alzheimer's disease, not to mention like dementia, which is terrible. A lot of the talc and the products that we're using like on our balls specifically, like talc powder, once again, is also horrible for your body. There's asbestos that is found in talc that is linked to cancer. Just do a little Google search. It's not just my opinion, it's science. You've got to start looking for it on the products. Aluminum-free, paraffin-free, sulfite-free. Guys, I'm going to link down below to these 2 products. I actually want to give you a deal, all right? The deodorant, it's a natural deodorant. This is the best natural deodorant on the market. The scent is eucalyptus spearmint. It is sexy. It literally lasts all day long. Go read the reviews. Everybody is loving this deodorant. The reason why I developed this deodorant, guys, was because I was tired of rubbing toxic chemicals underneath of my armpits. But I wanted something that actually worked, which is one of the problems with standard natural deodorants. They don't really work that well. It took like 57 different variations and formulas, guys, but I nailed it. This is the best natural deodorant on the market. I'm also going to include the talc-free ball powder. Guys, bottom line is your testicles stink, but you should not rub talc powder on them. The talc-free ball powder by Pete and Pedro also is a game changer. It is the best powder on the market. It's talc-free, it is sulfite-free, it is paraffin-free. It keeps your balls smelling fresh and amazing. Guys, I've got a special link down below. I'm giving you a deal, all right? Normally, these 2 products together would be $34, but right now, if you go through my link, you're gonna get them for $24. It's literally 30% off because I want you to be healthier. I also want you to smell amazing. Guys, do not wait. This deal is for a limited time. Hit the link down below. Some other reasons why our testosterone level is dropping as men. We're drinking more alcohol than we ever have before. Specifically beer with hops. Hops is a phytoestrogen or a plant-based estrogen. When you drink a lot of beer, basically your estrogen level is going to increase. Your testosterone level is going to decrease. All right, marijuana use. Also, another thing that is impacting our fertility, but also our balls' ability to produce that amazing, mythical, magical male hormone, testosterone. So now let's go over some of the signs that your testosterone level is low, all right? Number 1 is sex drive. All right, testosterone is the hormone that basically controls our urge to go out and just tear it up and do things, even if it's by ourselves, right? The fact is, if you're not feeling it, if you're not interested, this is something that you got to pay attention to. It's not normal. Now, of course, sometimes you might not be in the mood for it, right? That's fine. Maybe you're stressed out, you had a long day, whatever, you ate a burrito and it's not agreeing with you. I get it. But if this is a common thing, you might want to go get your testosterone level checked. All right, number 2 is your erections. We got to talk about that because Big Al is kind of like your check engine light. If something is going on with you and you can't get them to go up, that's a sign either something else is wrong, like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or your testosterone level is dropping. But it's not just about not being able to get it up. It's also about the strength and the firmness of him, because testosterone is also correlated to nitric oxide. All right, nitric oxide is the thing that basically dilates or relaxes the blood vessels. It goes in and it makes them super rock solid. And so if you're not having very firm or hard erections like you used to, another sign something is going on. Chances are it's your testosterone level. Your testicles, something else we got to talk about. If they are shrinking or you feel like they're not as big or full as they used to be, another sign your testosterone level is low. If when you do have like an ejaculate or you like finish your business, if the semen volume is lower or less than it used to be, another sign of low testosterone. If you're going to the gym on a regular basis and you're having a difficult time putting on muscle mass, another sign testosterone level is on the decline. Or if your body fat is going up and you really haven't changed that many other things about your lifestyle or your diet, another sign that your testosterone level is dropping. The reason why a lot of men develop like man boobs and love handles as they start to age, or they develop that dad bod, it's not because they're super like inactive, that's part of it, but the main reason is because their testosterone level has started to fall and they didn't do what they needed to do in order to boost it back up. The next thing we got to talk about is your brain in terms of your ability to recall things quickly or remember things. If you're having a more difficult time remembering things or you're starting to misplace things on a regular basis, chances are your testosterone level is starting to drop. If you're having a difficult time sleeping, you're not sleeping as soundly as you used to, another warning sign of testosterone level that is low. Another one that's pretty crazy is mood swings. Maybe you're angry or you're depressed or you're sad or you're bummed out. This is not normal. All right, if you are not feeling good or you're not feeling energetic or excited, this is a sign that something is going on. Typically, it's going to be with your testosterone. And that's one of the things you got to understand. Your testosterone level controls so many different aspects of your life as a man in terms of the way that you look, the way that you feel. The next thing is hair loss. Testosterone and hair loss pretty much go hand in hand. If you are experiencing any type of hair loss anywhere on your body, you got to go and get it checked. Now, how are you going to know for fact if your testosterone level is where it needs to be or if it's dropping? And that is go in and get a blood test. You've got to go get a blood test in order to truly know what's happening with your testosterone level. But I'm a fan and a firm believer that at about the age of like 30, you should start every single year going to get blood work done, because that's going to give you a baseline. It's going to give you a baseline of a lot of other functions in your body, not to mention liver function, kidney function, your cholesterol, things like that. Testosterone, knowing what your testosterone level is every single year is critical for you to manage it naturally. Because one of the mistakes that guys make is that they're like, oh, my testosterone level's low, and then boom, automatically they jump on TRT, when the truth is that there are lifestyle modifications or changes you can make or supplements that you can take naturally that will help you boost it. So now what I'd like to do is go over some of the things that I have done in order to basically get my testosterone level on the upswing. It was as low as like 520 a few years ago, but then I started to do and modify my lifestyle along with some of my supplements, and it has drastically increased and now over 800 naturally. I look better, I feel better, and I honestly am excited to go in and get it checked again in another 3 months because I feel like it's gone up again, all right? So here's the deal. Few things that you can do to boost it back up. Exercise. You gotta exercise, in my opinion, every single day. It is the one thing you can do to help keep your testosterone level in check. And when you lift heavy shit, the big 3 lifts, squats, deadlifts, bench press, your body basically is going to release more testosterone. It's like your body's giving you a little like testosterone knuckle bump for doing hard shit. Number 2 is supplementation, all right? Vitamin D, magnesium, zinc, and L-carnitine. L-carnitine is a natural amino acid that has been shown to actually naturally boost your testosterone level. Do a little Google search of testosterone L-carnitine and you will see a bunch of articles. But it was something that quickly you can do to basically get it on the upswing. All right, vitamin D, magnesium, zinc, like we talked about, critical micronutrients for testosterone production. Diet. Your diet is so incredibly critical for your balls' ability to produce that amazing, mythical, magical juice, aka testosterone. All right, you got to do the basic things, right? Don't eat a bunch of shit food. All right, a lot of saturated nonsense. The cleaner you can eat, the better your body will look, but also the better your testicles will do in terms of producing testosterone. The less you drink, the less you do recreational stuff, the better off your testosterone level is going to be. And then do better in terms of your grooming products, all right? You got to start looking for the labels that say sulfite-free, paraffin-free, aluminum-free. All right, because if a product doesn't have it, it basically is bad for you. In conclusion, gentlemen, testosterone is on the decline. And as a man, you need it. If it's not good, if it's low, if your balls aren't producing it in the manner and the fashion and the quantity that you need it, you're not going to look good. You're not going to feel good. Life is not going to be as sweet. You're also not going to be getting that action that I know you want because dudes want action. If you don't want action, that's a sign that you probably have low testosterone and you definitely needed this video. But the bottom line is this. Do the things that we talked about in this video. If you identify that something is off, something's wrong, or there's something that I mentioned that's kind of like, uh-oh, light bulb, that's me, go to the doctor, get it checked. And then by doing the things that we talked about and outlined in this video, you are going to basically help your balls produce more amazing testosterone. I don't want you to get on TRT if you don't need it. Because once you go on TRT, you're not coming off. Like, it's it. Like, you're on it for the rest of your life because your body literally will shut down production. And I'm a firm believer that if you take care of your body, you can basically help it be healthy naturally longer.